Guys, welcome back. I am Brianna Brooks, and today I'm going to share with you a chicken breast. Something super simple, very easy to do, but I think a lot of people are scared to do chicken because a lot of the times they turn out dry. But if you know what you're doing, it can be really tasty. So you have just a basic chicken breast, boneless, skinless, and some basic seasonings. I cook chicken all the time for the family. Picky eaters, and they love the chicken. So I'm going to walk you through the seasonings and how I get the perfect cook. I keep it super simple with the seasonings, so it's literally just black pepper, garlic salt, and this poultry seasoning has been an absolute game changer. So the ingredients in this are thyme, sage, marjoram, rosemary, black pepper, and nutmeg. As soon as I started using this on the chicken, it was like, it was literally a game changer. So it's just these simple ingredients on the chicken to season. Then we pour some olive oil in the cast iron. I'm a huge cast iron fan. Love my cast iron. Cook the chicken, and it turns out perfect every single time. Let's season it up. We have our chicken breast here. You can cook it as it is whole. I prefer to slice it in half so I get 2 pieces. It helps for a more even cook in the cast iron. So I'm going to go ahead and slice it in half. You want to try and get them as even as possible. It just really helps with the cook. So those are pretty darn close. You can always pound the chicken if you'd like, but we have 2 pretty equal pieces of chicken here. So now I'm going to go ahead and season. I'm going to start with, I'm going to start with the poultry seasoning. This you can get a really heavy layer on. My daughter's like, she likes it over seasoned. So we put a heavy layer of poultry seasoning. I always like to press in the seasoning to the meat that I'm cooking just to get it on there. Next, we're going to add a little bit of the garlic salt on top. Press that in. And a little bit of black pepper. Okay. Once we get that side, then we go ahead and flip it over. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So don't be worried about seasoning. It really adds to the flavor and you won't over season it. I promise. I used to be very scared about the seasoning, that it was going to be too much. And once I started not being so timid about the amount of seasoning, my food has gotten way better. All right, there we go. So our chicken now has the seasonings. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some olive oil in our cast iron and get that heated up. All right, I went ahead and poured olive oil into the cast iron. I put just enough that it's going to cover the bottom of the cast iron, so that way when I place the chicken breast in, it's going to cover the bottom of the chicken breast. I use a little over medium on the heat. You want to heat the oil enough that you can get a good sear on your chicken when you place it down. So you get kind of a little bit of a steam coming off of the oil, and that's when it's ready. You don't want it too hot because you don't want to burn your chicken, and you also don't want it not hot enough because then it just doesn't turn out as good. So I'll show you when it's ready and we'll drop our chicken in. Our pan is definitely ready to go. We've got the oil hot and ready to put the chicken breast in. Go ahead and grab this. So you definitely want to hear that sizzle. All right, we place them in the pan and we don't want to touch them. So we're gonna leave them cooking in the oil. Generally, I do about 5 minutes on this side, and then I'm gonna flip it, and it's around another 5 minutes. you just kind of look at the chicken and kind of watch it. But yeah, 5 minutes on this side, don't touch it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up and ready for when they're gonna be coming out. It has been cooking for about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip the chicken breast. There we go. So it has a nice, pretty color on there. Flip that over. That's exactly the way you want it. A little bit crisp, a great color. Now we're gonna leave this for about another 5 minutes, and then we'll pull it off and let it rest. I do use a thermometer. We got to make sure it is cooked all the way through. So 5 minutes, we'll check back. We are just about at 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pull this one first and use our thermometer. So I always poke it into the thicker part of the chicken. Yes, perfect. Okay, so this one you always want to make sure it is at that 180. You don't need food poisoning. But you want to make sure it is cooked all the way through. So this one is a little bit thicker, so we're going to pop that in for probably another 2 minutes. Just to be safe. So since this side is a little bit thicker than the other side, and you just really watch your chicken, and I tend to only have to check it twice. So sometimes one will be a little bit thicker like this, and you just send it back in, and then you pull it and check it, and it should be good. This one we're gonna let rest. I usually let the chicken rest for about 4 minutes, and then we'll slice into it and see how it is. So I'm pressing down on the thicker part of the chicken, so just to make sure it gets an even cook. It's all about cooking even and through. All right, it's been about 2 more minutes, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this off over here. Get our thermometer, make sure you get it in that thick part of the chicken here, and we have reached our temp. So it's over the 180. That is good. It won't be too overcooked. It's gonna be good. So now we're gonna let this rest again about 4 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and slice it open. We have the chicken rested. We're gonna go ahead and slice in and take a look at it. Let's start with this one here. The crispy skin is really good. So it's nice and moist in there. That's definitely a good cook. So what I do is I will then slice it up, and it's good to be served. We'll go ahead and get in this one. There we go. Another tender piece of chicken. I love how moist it is. It has such good flavor. A lot of chicken gets overcooked. This literally is perfect. So this skin is a little bit more crispier than this. I like crispy skins when you get that good sear, but that is the way I cook my chicken breasts, and they've been really good. Definitely love the way they turn out. So does my family. So give it a try and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.